Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Thought for Shabbat. So glad you're here. In just a few days, Passover will be upon us. You know, in Passover, we have learned through many Jewish population studies over 4 decades that it's the most celebrated of all the Jewish holidays, more than Yom Kippur, more than Hanukkah. There's something about Passover that speaks to the Jewish family's soul. I believe that comes from the idea that we believe deeply in our DNA in the value of freedom, not just for ourselves, but for the entire world. And if one person's oppressed, we're all oppressed. And the Passover Seder is told over and over again each year to remind us of that powerful message, to make sure we do our part, to make sure that people are living in freedom. With that said, I want to share a midrashic story, one that comes from the Jewish legends, that talks about Moses parting the sea. And there's 2 parts to it. Moses standing on top of the shores of the sea and lifting his arms to allow the sea to open, but it doesn't open yet. The Midrash tells us that all the Israelites are looking at each other, say, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. So the first person who does this is a man named Nachshon ben Aminadab. Nachshon, the son of a guy named Aminadab. And he goes into the water, and it goes to his ankles, and the water doesn't part. He goes to his knees, the water doesn't part. To his waist, the waters don't part. To his chest, the waters don't part. Finally, when it gets just to about his mouth, before he would be submerged in water and could not breathe, the waters open. And the Israelites make their way to freedom. One of the lessons from that midrashic story is that it takes courage to find freedom. Not only for the person who is seeking the freedom, but also those who are supporting those seeking freedom. Because sometimes it means we need to stand up to the power forces that be that are holding people in oppression and find the keys to unlock those shackles. And that is not for the faint of heart. And we, in our Jewish faith, believe in the universal message that every human being is entitled to freedom. And so the Passover story is, yes, particular to our memory, but its message lives on in this day, at this time. And sadly, even in the year 2026, there are those who are oppressed. Yes, oppressed by nations and leaders of nations, rogue leaders, rogue nations, but oppressed in all sorts of ways. And if we have the courage to help people find their freedom from whatever it is that is oppressing them, not just people, but maybe their own addictions, maybe terrible relationships, you pick the thing that oppresses someone. If you have the ability to help them find freedom and find the courage to walk in the water with them, maybe, just maybe, the seas will part because they know they have a partner in you that will take them to a promised land where they can find freedom, self-fulfillment, and faith. In that spirit, I want to wish you a very happy Passover and wish you courage in the days and months ahead until the next Passover. What do we say? L'shana haba'ah b'Yerushalayim. Next year in Jerusalem is what we say at the end of the Seder, and that's a hope for coming of a better time for individuals, for our community, and indeed for the entire world. Please join us tonight, 7 o'clock, for Shabbat Shirah, a musical Shabbat in which we'll be featuring Ladino music from our Sephardic countries in a unique Jewish Spanish language. We'd love to see you. Have a great weekend and a wonderful Shabbat and a terrific Passover. Bye-bye.